Hello gorgeous peeps, I'm Chris from TechSpert, and today we're going to be reviewing the OnePlus Buds Z2. And like last year's original OnePlus Buds Z, the idea here is to offer a premium true wireless earbuds experience for a more budget-friendly asking price. You've got more Christmas cash to spend on sausages wrapped in bacon and more meat stuffed inside of other meat to gorge on all holiday long. It's definitely what Jesus would have wanted. Now, unfortunately, I don't know the official UK asking price just yet because I shot this ahead of the official launch, but I've been rocking the OnePlus Buds Z2 in my lug hauls for the last week or so, so here's my in-depth review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke, subscribe, and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first up, the OnePlus Buds Z2 look kind of remarkably similar to the original OnePlus Buds Z. They come in two colours, either obsidian black or this here pearl white version, which is kind of AirPod reminiscent. You do get slightly shorter stems than before though, so they don't drip out of your ear holes quite as badly as the original ones. And they do come in at under 5 grams each as well, so nice and light, and I found they were perfectly comfortable to stuff inside of my lugs for a good couple of hours at a time at least before I started to get that ear fatigue. And you do get 3 different sizes of rubbery silicone tip bundled in the box as well, so you're bound to find a size that fits you fine. And I found that once they were in there, they held in firm as well, no shaking about, no wriggling, even on those rare occasions where I was actually moving at speed as well. And just to prove that they hold in there nice and firm, wash tests. And the good news is, if you are going to be moving at pace, getting all sweaty, maybe you want a pair of true wireless earbuds to work out down the gym, well, the OnePlus Buds Z2 have full IP55 protection, so they can get very moist indeed, all nice and sweat drenched, and it's not going to bulk them up. And in fact, even the case is IPX4 splash resistant. Ooh, get you, OnePlus. On the connectivity side, you've got Bluetooth 5.2 support here on the OnePlus Buds Z2, and I found that connection stayed strong and stable even in heavily packed out areas. Last Thursday in central London, for instance, when every bugger in the entire city was out on a panic lash before the latest round of lockdown to keep us all trapped inside forever, even that density of people did not disturb the connection. And as usual, the OnePlus Buds Z2, they do work best if you've got a OnePlus smartphone because then you can just dive into the audio settings and directly customize the touch controls and everything through there. Otherwise, you can just download the Hey Melody app from the Google Play Store and use that instead. And yeah, it's also available via the Apple App Store as well if you've got one of those iPhone jobbies. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the touch controls on the recently released OnePlus Buds Z Pro because they involve squeezing the stems, and I found it was just a little bit awkward and kind of bulky at times. But thankfully here on the OnePlus Buds Z2, the tap controls involve just tapping up here at the top end of the buds, and I found this works absolutely perfectly. It's just a single tap of either to pause or play your music, a double tap to skip forward a track, and a triple tap to skip back a track. Now, you could also press and hold either of them as well to toggle noise cancellation either on or off. And I found all these touch controls worked absolutely perfectly, very intuitive, took me 0 time whatsoever to get used to them. Definitely better than that stem squeezing shenanigans. And you've also got auto pause as well when you remove either of the buds, so when you listen to a podcast or a bit of music or whatever, someone starts chatting at you, just pull out a bud, have a bit of conversation, and they finally bugger off and leave you in peace. Just shove it back in your lug hole and it'll auto resume. And because those touch controls are up here at the top end rather than the actual stems themselves, I found that I wasn't accidentally activating them when I wanted to, just to adjust one of the buds or to just pull one out to have a quick chat. Now, last year's Z Buds did not have any noise cancelling smarts, but the OnePlus Buds Z2 serves up full-on active noise cancellation that peaks at an impressive 40 decibels. You've got 2 different modes to choose between, faint and extreme, and I just left them on extreme full time to be perfectly frank, because I found it was bloody brilliant. I could be walking down the high street, buses flying past me, children running around making all those horrible noises that children make, all kinds of stuff going on. I found it drowned most of it out very nicely indeed. Very impressive, especially at this sort of budget. And OnePlus has built in some wind noise reduction as well, and I found I did get a little bit of feedback from the wind when I was moving at pace or it was particularly blustery, but nothing too troublesome at all, certainly not as bad as some rivals. And if you do need to be suddenly aware of everything that's going on around you, you can just pull that bud, of course, and it will auto pause whatever you listen to. Otherwise, as I said before, just give it a long poke, and then that will turn on the transparency mode so you can hear exactly what is going on all around you for full awareness. What about the actual audio quality though? Well, the good news is you've got the exact same 11mm drivers that were stuffed inside of those more expensive OnePlus Z Buds Pro, and these serve up some very respectable audio at this price point. Definitely don't go stuffing these things inside of your head expecting much in the way of bass, but certainly the audio quality is comparable to the likes of the Samsung Galaxy Buds, which are going to be more expensive. I was perfectly happy listening to any kind of music, be it like really just chill out ambient stuff, or even proper full-on dance, rock, metal, whatever. And it's very low latency as well here on the OnePlus Buds Z2, so in terms of if you're actually streaming a bit of Netflix, Disney Plus, anything like that, the syncing up between the video and the audio is perfect. You don't get that awkward thing where lips are flapping and then the voices come a millisecond later. Now, as with the Pro Buds, which came out earlier in 2021, you've got a triple mic setup on both are these little bleeders right here. So that means great news if you happen to take a lot of phone calls on your True Wireless Earbuds when you are pounding that pavement. So one of those mics focuses on your voice, picks that up cleanly, while the other mics pick up all the stuff that's going on around you and help to dampen that down on the phone call so the person at the other end can hear you quite easily. It's not always perfect, but it does work pretty well, again, for a pair of budget True Wireless earbuds. Now that's up the battery life, and I found that it was a very similar performance here on the OnePlus Buds Z2 to those Pro Buds that I reviewed earlier in 2021. You can expect around 5 hours of full-on use with the noise cancellation switched on. Otherwise, if you knock that off, closer to around 6.5 to sometimes 7 hours. And that's a perfectly respectable result for a pair of True Wireless earbuds around now, especially the ones with the noise cancellation built in. Of course, when they are finally fully drained, you can just bung them back into the nifty little carry case, which isn't one of the most compact versions around, but not bad at all. It is nice and rounded, so it can slip into a pocket with comfort and ease. It does kind of look like a giant suppository, but we will not dwell on that. The case does support flash charge as well, so literally bung them in there for a few minutes and you'll get at least a couple of hours use out of them, which is great news if you're on a long haul flight, for instance. And overall, you will get around 3 full recharges from that case before it also needs to be powered back up. It's a Type-C effort right there. You don't get wireless charging here on the OnePlus Buds Z2, unlike the Pro model, so if that's going to be a bit of a deal breaker for you, you're going to have to bump up your budget a bit. But personally, I've got to say, I really liked the OnePlus Buds Z2, and although I don't know the official UK price at the time I shot this video, I'm hoping it'll come in at well under 100 quid, in which case, fantastic ANC, solid audio performance, respectable battery life and all the rest. Definitely worth a punt. So that's what I think of the OnePlus Buds Z2, but as I say, I've reviewed dozens of these buggers in 2021, so definitely go check out all my other reviews for ideas of alternatives. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a fan-bloody-tastic rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you!